Good morning to all of you. Myself Rakesh Kumar and I am here to represent a small presentation on a topic flying windmills. So let's start the topic. So first of all, I want to tell you about some power generation. As we all know that we have some knowledge about power generation and its transmission, how we transfer power from one station to another station, and how we are generating the power. So as we know that what are the one station? One station means from where we generate the power. This is the generation station, and where we transfer. Then these are the households, industry, and its all. So now we will talk about the best sources of power generations, and we know there are the what are the power sources. So now the aim of this presentation is all about we must move toward that source which will provide us more energy and less harm to the environment. So this is all about this topic. So first of all, now next slide is the sources of power generation. What are the sources? What are the present sources of power generations? These are nothing but the water, heat, chemical reactions, and the wind. And these all are the sources of generation, the sources of power from where we can take power. Okay. So now I will choose wind. So why wind energy? What is the benefit of wind energy of choosing wind energy? So I will tell you. These are the renewable sources. What do you mean by renewable? Means these can be renewable again and again and again, and these are not going to be vanish in a time period. So now next is the reduced dependency on fossil fuels. As we all know that our now generation of power of 70 to 80% generation is dependent on fossil fuels. But we all know that there are so much harmful gases and so much harm to environment from the fossil fuels. That's why we will move toward the wind energy. And contribution to the healthy environment means due to the wind energy there is no harm to the environment. And the cost effective means the overall cost from which we will used in power generation from the fossil fuels and this wind energy. So means this wind energy is less cost effective, means less cost is used to introduce this. So introduction to wind energy. What do you mean by wind energy? So as we all know that, as we all already have studied about the windmills. So now today I'm talking about the flying windmills. Means there is a lot of difference between them. The construction is approximately same, but flying windmills have advantage on the land-based windmills. What are the advantages? Now such implements occur in the jet stream where the air moves nearly constant or several times the speed that's 100 feet off the ground, allowing much energy to be captured from each square meter of the wind. Means when we install a land-based windmill, there is a less energy generator than the if we installing a flying wheel energy, we will generate more energy and more power from that. No. Flying windmills are even more advantageous at it has heterogeneous generations device that is reasonably simple. Means I will on the next slide I will show you the construction of the flying windmill, and then you will understand this. And they could be trucked. Means the flying windmill is not stable at a single particular place, but the land-based windmills are only stable at a particular place, and we are not able to change the position of their we can't change their positions. But flying windmill is nothing but it can be trucked to any location. We can fix that at any location where we want. And also it's the next benefit of this is as we know that the wind speed increases as the height increases. So we can increase the height of the flying windmill with using on the thread, and the height we can increase from 300 feet to 1000 feet. So that's the main benefit of the flying windmill. And the most important disadvantage, there is also a disadvantage in the conventional type of sources. There is always enough wind. Means there is not always enough wind is present at a particular locations. So now what are the flying windmills? So now I will discuss about the construction of the flying windmills. So go toward the construction. it is a windmill similar to a conventional one. It's in the construction it is similar to conventional one. There's a land based one is it's working principle, but there the rotor and generator will be floating in air. As we know that in land based the generator and motor is structured to a pole, but in flying windmills they are floating they are flying in the air. So the generator will be enclosed in inflatable structure. This is the structure. I will show you the inflatable structure. This whole structure is called inflatable structure. You can see that this structure is all called inflatable structure. Okay, and inflatable structure, and this structure is held by tether. This is the tether. I will show you. This is the tether. That's a conducting tether. This is used, and this is the. I will show you. This is the construction of the tether. Okay, and now tether. And this structure is held by tether and tied to the ground. Means flying windmill is nothing but it will floating in the air, and two tethers are took from the mills and tied to the ground. And the tether is working dual working. It's also supporting the flying wheel to float in the air, but also the power is conducted from mill to the land based mobile based substation through the tether. Also it will supporting to float in the air, also is used to transfer from one place to another place, the turbine, but also it is used to taking power from this to, and it will help to reach power to mobile based stations. And so now who will introduce this flying turbine? This is the Canadian engineer Fred who entitled this all and made a system. This is called the Magnan air rotor system. This is old arrangement is called Mars. That's the Magnan air rotor system. So I will show you the construction of Mars. This is the whole construction is called as Mars. This is the arrangement of Mars. And now this is the all about the flying windmill, and this is nothing but shroud. And this is Mars. This is Mars, and this is filling with the helium gas. This is the helium gas, and this shroud is made of the Vectran. Vectran is nothing but a bulletproof material. This is the same size as of steel and used to design this, because as you know that if a heavy thing is floating in the air, there is a lot of weight of air will strike, and if we not make it bulletproof, then so many things will strike to it and will destroy it. So we will use a material that's called a Vectran. This will make it bulletproof. Okay. And as we have already discussed about the height, this is a height of rises from 300 to 1000 feet to make advantages of more constant and higher wind speeds. Okay. And as we know there are the conventional turbines. This is only fixed to a small height up to 100 feet or up to 150 feet only fixed slide. So now I will be talking about the lifting mechanism, how we will install the flying windmill in the air. So helium sustained Magnan air rotor system, Mars. Okay, this is Mars. This is the Mars which ascend to altitude as selected by the operator to waste windmill. Now what will we do? We will take this windmill on the truck and locate to the location where we have to install the windmills, and then with the help of tether we will install it in the air. So who will help this flying windmill to stay in the air? These are 2 to 3 forces. First force is force from the helium gas. As we know, the helium gas is help to flow. Helium gas is help which is not a non-nuclear gas. This lifting gas create a lift force. I mean, this is a lifting gas and create a lift force to the Mars to stable in the air. And the second force is the aerodynamic force. You can see the structure of this. You can focus on this. You can see the structure of this flying windmill. This is the same like the aeroplane. These are the wings which will support this flying windmill to support in the air. That's called the aerodynamic force, and this is the I have described. Yes, the combined lifting effect of the helium and the aerodynamic with both force will help stabilize the air rotor in the air. Okay, and this is the arrangement. And now I will describe the working. Working is all same about all like landscaping. Now there's a wind will flow and it will strike to the blades and the blade will rotate and the power will be generated. And also a step up gear is also, as we know, installed, which connect the low speed to the higher speed and which will increase the speed from 50 to 60 rotation per minute to 12 and 1500 rpm. And electrical energy thus produced is transformed from this, and the electric energy is produced here and is transformed to the theater to the mobile base station. And now we will talk about some applications. Application was known that we can use this in military applications, or where we have go toward the rapid development, where we need very fast development, then we will install here. And development nations where infrastructure is limited to the size, and off-grid of cottages and remote stations. And the main benefit of the flying windmill is that we can install it anywhere, everywhere, because as we know that if we move toward the solar system, it is only present at the day, but the wind is always present at 24 hours and day and night. So the main benefit of wind flying wheel is this: we can install it everywhere and anywhere, and we can also change the position from one place to another, and also we can change the height of the flying wheel from 300 to 1000 feet. And this is all about my topic. So thanks.